Hi, this is SJ Talks and Life coming back at you with another video. Um, I wanted to put my little 2 cents in on this panel discussion with Cynthia G and Umar Johnson. I don't know who that guy is. I don't know who he is, but on Fox Soul, forget the host name, and the other young lady, I don't know her. She's a trans young lady. I don't know her. Um, but yeah, I watched it. I was having a hard time finding the whole thing. I watched it on Roadrunner 89. They did he did a review stream on it, and it was pretty interesting. So I watched that, and also I was able to watch it in it pretty much in its entirety. But yeah, I thought it was very interesting. Cynthia G, I um agree with a lot of things that she says. A lot of things that she says. I do agree with a lot of things that she says, but I don't agree with everything that she says. I'm not on board with aborting black males. You guys know my stance on abortion. I don't believe in it. I totally disagree with that, and I don't. I just wish that I don't like to tell people how to run their channel, but I just wish that she wouldn't do all the bashing, because she does a lot of bashing, name calling and things like that. You could actually speak the truth about what's going on with black men without bashing, because I do it all the time on my channel. You guys notice. I don't get into name calling and all that. Well, I don't have to do that. I don't have to bash any group of people to make my point. And so she's very intelligent. So I'm sure she can do that. Because it does come across as bitter. You know, it comes across when you do that. It does come across as bitter. I mean, there's some men, black men that's gonna still think that you're bashing, even if you're not name calling, but because a lot of them don't want to hear the truth. Um, but I think that when you bash in the process, it deflects from the message. It takes away from your message and what you're really your point that you're really trying to make. Because a lot of what she says is true, and she does do her homework and do research, and um, she does have receipts. I mean, one of the things that she said that Umar debunked was the fact that black men didn't stand up and fight in slavery or whatever. And I have to agree with Brother Umar on that. There was a lot of black men that stood up and tried to fight, and we none of us were back in slavery, so we don't know how brutal it was. We don't know how bad it was. We don't know what our people was really up against. So I mean, we can go by only by what we hear, but we wasn't there. So we don't realize how difficult it was. It was difficult for black people to stand up and fight back and stuff like that. I mean, and then it was um a lot of mental brainwashing going on as well. It was a lot of mental stuff going on as well. We wasn't there. So I mean, um it's easy to say, well, what black people should have done and could have done and all that stuff. We wasn't there. I mean, so it was a very very difficult time for our ancestors. But there was some people documented throughout history that did try to run away, did try to stand up. Black men and women, strong black men and women, done that. So we can't ignore those people and ignore that. So, um, but yeah, as far as Brother Umar, um, a lot of people think that he's a scam artist and stuff like that. I, well, everybody has their opinion. Um, it is taking him a long time to get the school together, but he's working mainly on donations. Um, I admire Brother Umar's passion Umar Johnson. I admire his passion for the black community. I'm going to stand firm on that. I do admire his passion for the black community. He does have a lot of passion for the black community, and I admire that. Do I agree with everything he says? No, I don't agree with it. I don't agree with his stance. We trying to reverse Loving versus Virginia. I don't, and I did a little video talking about that. I don't agree with that. I can't get on board with that. Um, and some of the things, some of the things that he say about black women, as far as sexual things, he needs to just cut that out. I mean, I'm not on board with that either. So I mean, some of it, I mean, like it's the same with Cynthia G. Some things I agree with, some things I don't. But a lot of what Umar says is true. A lot of what he says is right. And I admire his. I'm very passionate about the black community. I don't care what nobody say. I'm very passionate about the black community. So I gravitate towards people that are passionate towards the black community. And I admire Brother Umar's passion for the black community. Do I agree with everything he says? No. And I've had I had my doubts too as far as the school. But he did get the HVAC installed. So he is making some progress. It's taking a little while, but that black our people in our community is notorious for beating down a black person that's trying to do something positive. We're notorious for beating that person down, not supporting one another. We're notorious for that, and you don't have to agree with everything a person says, to support, to halfway support them. I mean, you got to give him an A for effort. At least he's trying. At least he's trying to do something. At least he's trying to do something for our black children, so we can educate our black children. At least he is trying. I mean, he's trying. I mean, people, everybody got their opinions and everybody's entitled to their opinion, but at least the brother is trying. We need more black men in the community that's has that same level of passion, because we don't have enough black men in our community that has that level of passion, and we need more. We need more black men that have that same level of passion. Everybody at the end of the day, everybody's human. Nobody's perfect. There is not a perfect human being walking this earth. Jesus Christ was the only perfect human being that walked this earth. So nobody's perfect. Everybody got their faults. So everybody on YouTube, every Cynthia G, all of them, we all got our faults. Nobody's perfect. And so at the end of the day, the brother, he got his faults. He's not perfect, and everything. And nobody is right about everything. Nobody, we don't all know everything, but you know, um, you got to admire. Well, you don't have to, but I admire the brother's passion for the community, and I'm going to go ahead and stand firm on that. Because there's some sisters that don't. There's a lot of people that don't disagree, that disagree with what he says and stuff like that. Like I said, I agree with a lot of what Umar says, but I don't agree with everything. But I do agree, and I've been very vocal about what I disagreed. I got some videos because sometimes I know a couple of times he said black women didn't ride, and I did a couple of videos talking about that. So I've been very vocal about what I disagreed with him on. So on my channel. So um, and I'll call him out on it if I disagree with something. I'm gonna call him out on it. I will. I will call him out on it. Yeah, you guys know I will if I disagree with something. I'm gonna call him out on it. But it's just like my sons. It's just like my sons. I don't agree with everything my sons say and do, and I'll call them out on them. I let them know that I don't agree with it. You know, So you know, that's like I said in my other video. It's a part of being a family. But do you still love the person? Yeah, you love them. You don't agree with everything. And people don't agree with everything I say. But we can agree to disagree. And I think that's the problem that we have with between black men and black women in our community. We have a problem with agreeing to disagree. And then we get into this bashing mode. And Cynthia G didn't get into her bashing mode on here. I really admired how she carried herself in this conversation. She stated her opinions and facts without bashing. And if she could do that on her channel, that would be great. She could do that on her channel, that would be great. But that's the only thing I don't like about her. She does a little bit too much bashing, name calling, and she seems to generalize black men and put them all in the same box. And we have a lot of great black men out here that they don't get enough credit. We have a lot of wonderful. I know a lot of great black men. You know, as a collective, do they need to do better? Yes, and I've stated that. As a collective, absolutely, black men definitely need to do better as a collective. But we have a lot of great black men in our community, and I'm about balance. I believe in balance. You guys know that if you watch my content on a regular basis. I believe in there's two sides to a coin, so I believe in talking, about both sides, and I believe in balance, and um, not enough credit is given to our our good black males that we have in our community that are actually trying to do something. But we the problem is it's a small percentage, and we need more black men that are trying to do positive things and good things. We need more of that in our community. We need more black men that just trying to do something positive and stuff like that. But we have a lot of good black fathers, a lot of good black husbands. Some of them are here on YouTube. A lot of them are here on YouTube. So we do have a lot of great men in our community. We have a lot of great black women in our community as well. Lots of great black women. Lots of great black women that are doing great things. Lots of great men, black men and black women in our community that are doing great things. But they're not getting enough credit. And we say that we hate it when white people stereotype us and generalize us and put us in the same box. But guess what? We do the same thing. We do the same thing to each other, and it's just ridiculous. Like, how are we doing that to each other, but we say we hate it when white folks do it to us? Why are you doing the very thing that you say they hate them doing to us? You know, you can dish it out, but you can't take it. You can't take it, but you can dish it out. That type of situation. So we just got to stop that. We got to stop being programmed and conditioned. We need to reprogram our minds and learn to um, talk about the issues. And that was, I think that was a point that Umar brought up. We need to learn to talk about these issues without the bashing, without getting too overly emotional and bashing. There's issues on both sides, and I've stated that time and time again on my channel. We need to learn to state these issues, discuss these issues without bashing one another. Because yes, the conversations do need to be had. We definitely need to have these conversations because it's too much it's too much stuff that's going on in our communities. It's a lot of detrimental things that's going on in our communities. So and as a people, we are so divided. So yes, we definitely need to have these conversations, but can we have them without bashing one another? That's my question. Can we have these discussions without bashing one another? If we can have these discussions without bashing one another, then that would be great. That would be wonderful, and that would be great. So let me know what your thoughts are on this panel discussion. It's all over YouTube. Everybody is talking about it. So I thought maybe I'd come on here and put my little 2 cents in to weigh in on a little bit of it. Now that I was able to see it in its entirety. So yeah, we definitely need more productive conversations like this. But I could tell Umar was pissed. Brother Umar was pissed. Oh well, Yep. So right here, and this is actually off of here. He's about to watch this video where he's talking about Cynthia G. So I'm gonna give that a listen, see what he's got to say. But yeah, yeah, and this other guy, he was kind of off base on some stuff. He kind of lost me on a few things with some of the stuff that he was saying. So I don't even know who he is, but it was productive. It was productive. I thought it was productive. There was no bashing. I thought it was very productive. So yeah, we definitely need to have more discussions like this. So that would be great. But anyway, at any rate, let me know what your thoughts are in the comments section. I got to get off of here because my leg about to cramp up. So go ahead, hit that subscribe. Hit me up in the comment section. Let me know what your thoughts. If you've seen this panel discussion, let me know what your thoughts are on it. And hit the subscribe, like, share, and notification bell. Until the next video, be blessed.